Hello, this is Marty from Openfort, and today I will be showing you what is Openfort Kit. When you create a project with Openfort Kit, you will be given a component that it will allow your users to log into your project. For instance, if we log in as guest, then it will load a little bit, and then it will give your users an account and also a player ID that you can see in your dashboard. This user will also be able to link some other login methods. For instance, if we log in as email, then this account will be linked to an email. This account, as we see now, is linked to this email. So if we disconnect, we will be able to log in with this email that we have just created. You can easily choose what providers are available, for instance, Google or also Facebook or also Twitter, and the order that you want to show them in the Openfort Kit configuration that we will see later. Openfort Kit comes with all the themes from Connect Kit out of the box. So you can choose the default themes however you want, or you can customize and then create your own theme and import it to Openfort directly. Another very important and useful feature that Openfort Kit has is that it allows to connect with wallets like MetaMask. So if we log in with MetaMask, it will ask us to connect, then we will accept, and it will ask us to sign with Siwe. So that's it. Then we have the wallet account, the same as the MetaMask account. We can also switch the connector from the MetaMask to the Openfort one. So we can switch to the Openfort signer just using the hooks from the Openfort Kit. And here we have it, it's connected with the Openfort Kit signer. Now, if we want to connect back, then we just switch connector. It will ask us to connect again, and then here we have it. We can also link multiple wallets, just like this, clicking wallet, and then, for instance, let's add Phantom. So here it says the same thing, that it wants to connect. Then it will also sign in with Ethereum. We confirm, and here we have connected this user with this other wallet. There's a hook that allows us to know what providers have been connected and what connectors can we use. So in this case, it would be these two wallets plus the Openfort one that it's always available. This app is using this hook to switch between the signers. So now let's quickly create a new app that basically will have this connect button and that will allow our users to log in. To create this sample, we're gonna use Byte. So we're gonna go ahead and create one. We're gonna create a React app with TypeScript and then install with Yarn. Now, we're gonna go ahead and go to the documentation and install all the dependencies that we need for our project. We have Openfort Kit, that is the main SDK, and then we have the dependencies. Basically, WACME, that is the one that will allow us to use some hooks to interact with the account that we create. And these are dependencies from WACME. So we're gonna go ahead and add these. Gonna copy those and add them here. Okay, while this is doing, we're gonna go ahead and create our API keys. Basically, we will need to go to our Openfort dashboard and we're gonna head here to developers. We can see the publishable key of our project. We will also need some shield keys that we will need to store safely. When we create them, it will create a private key that will show us just once. So we have to save this very carefully. For now, let's just create this new tab here and save it here. Good, let's check our project with yarn tab, and this will create an instance here of Byte plus React. So our application is going great. So now we also need to create a wallet connect project ID. This is easily created with the Wallet Connect dashboard. You can just go there and copy yours. Now we're gonna set up our providers. So we're gonna create new providers, TSX, okay. And now we're gonna copy this and remove everything that is not needed. We're not gonna need the server-side rendering or this because it's a byte app. And now we're gonna go through all this file. This is the WACMI configuration if you don't have it already. This will allow us to interact, as we said, with the user account. And we have to create it with create config from WACMI. And we will need the get default config from Openfort Kit. This will basically set everything up for you and with the chains and available from Openfort and with the transport as well. So basically we have three parameters here: the app name, that is the name of your app, then the Wallet Connect project ID that you get from Wallet Connect, and then the chains that your project supports. Here it's recommended to save it in your environment file. In byte, it's do it like this, yeah, like Connect Kit project ID, beautiful. Let's create the env file, and here I'm gonna paste mine. Okay, and this will be imported here, beautiful. Then we will also need a query client from Tanstack Query, and that's it. Then we will need to pass them through the providers, and we will need to set up the Openfort Kit provider itself. You will need the publishable key. So you go ahead in the dashboard, copy this publishable key, and again, it's recommended to put it on the environment file. So we're gonna go ahead and put it here. Perfect. Then we will need the embedded signer configuration. And we basically will need the shield key, and we will import it as well from the environment variables like this. And then here we will store it, and we will get it from the dashboard. We're gonna just copy this one here and paste it here. In this case, we're gonna use the recovery method password. We will see how to use the automatic later. For the password recovery, we just need to add here the encryption share that we were given before. So we copy it here, paste it here, and remember that we saved it here, we add it here, save, and now everything is ready to go. All we need is to wrap our app with this providers component. Now we will add the button from Openfort and remove everything that is not needed, like this or this, and also here in the CSS, this will also not be needed. Now, if we go back to our app, we can see the connect button, it's working. Beautiful. We are seeing these providers because they are the default from Openfort. We can change them in the provider options. So we go to the provider, and here we say options, auth providers, and here we add all that we want. So I want to set up with Google, and also with guest, and also with email. If I save this, then here we have it. These are the options with the order that we specified. If we move those around, imagine guest, email, Google, and now you see guest, email, Google. It's that simple. Now we will create an email account, but before that, let me disable the email verification. This parameter is very useful for testing. So we're gonna go ahead here, create an account, and let's put wherever, and let's sign up. Very good. Now it's requesting the recovery phase. This is because we have set up here the password recovery method. Now we will have to add here some password, and we will be logging in to our account with a signer and an address. Now we can log in again with the same email that we used and the same password. So we log in, and the same recovery phrase. So we put it here. And that's it, we're connected with Openfort again, with the same address. Let's now set up a signer with an automatic recovery. So we disconnect this one, and then in the configuration we have to put it automatic. Very good. This shield encryption key is giving an error. That is because with automatic, we will need a backend that gives us encryption sessions for us to log in safely. This backend, all that it will do is give us these kind of sessions. Whenever we send a create encryption session, then it will return us a session. Openfort Kit will use this session to create the signer for you. So let's go ahead, copy this endpoint and put it here in the create encryption session endpoint. Once this is done, then we can go here, create another account with an email and sign it up. And as you will see, it didn't ask us for a recovery. It directly created an account. In my case, I have an Express app that is simply exposing a post message to create these encryption sessions. You can find more information about this in the documentation, embedded signer, and then automatic recovery. Here, it's all we need for your backend. You can also force your users to link their wallet whenever they log in, with this option. This way, when they log in, if they don't have any wallet, then they will be asked to add one. For instance, with MetaMask, we can connect and confirm the sign-in with Ethereum. And there we have it. We will have this account linked with MetaMask and with email. With this option, the embedded signer configuration is not needed because the user can use their own wallet, so we can save it like this. Okay, now let's see how you could use this user in your app. First of all, we create a new file, like content, like this, and then we add it here in our app, like so. Now, if we go here, we can see the content is being rendered. So, how would you know, for instance, what user is connected? We can get the user from use user and get, for instance, the user ID, like this. If we save this, here we have the ID of this user. Because Openfort Kit uses WACME, then we can use all the WACME hooks as well. For instance, to get the address, we would do it like this. We would do an address and we would use the use account hook from WACME, just like so. And then we can do something like account address, like this. So right now we will see the account. Okay, I went ahead and created a simple function that writes a contract. This is simply using WACME. So right now, as you can see, we have a mint button that it will fail right now because I don't have the funds in this account. We can use Openfort's embedded signer to sponsor its transaction. So let's log out with this. Let's go back to the configuration that we had before with the embedded signer. And right now we can simply log in as guest. Now we have this account that has the embedded signer. To sponsor the fees, we need to go to the dashboard and then to go to gas policies and add here a policy to sponsor this transaction. We have to go to the same chain, then give it a name, and then add a rule and set it to catch all and create the policy. Now with this policy ID, we can go here to the configuration and add the policy ID. Just like this, the transactions that we do here will be sponsored because we have set catch all. As we can see, this transaction was confirmed and successful. This has been everything for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.